Hello everyone, I'm Julia from Jet Octopus, and today we will be talking about putting a site on crawl with basic settings and with advanced settings. So let's get started. This is the starting URL for crawling. If you put something like subfolder here, it doesn't mean that you limit your crawling just to this subfolder. It only means that this URL will be the starting URL for crawling, but it will not limit the crawling to this particular subfolder. Crawl subdomains or don't crawl subdomains. You understand that if you check crawl subdomains, the crawler will also crawl any of the subdomains that there are at the website. Respect robots rules. It means, or don't respect robots rules. If you check respect robots rules, the crawler will behave according to the directives which are set at the pages. And I would like to stress your attention here. If the page is closed from indexation, the crawler will still visit these pages because he needs to visit the page so to find out if the page is closed from indexation. But it will not follow the links which are on these closed from indexation pages. Pages limit. Here you set the number of pages you want to crawl. It starts like with 10 pages and there is no limit for this number. You're able to put the limited number of pages so not to break the subscription limit, or you can put like 10 million, 100 million pages, and you can pause the crawling while it is already started. Or you are even able to change the settings for page limit while the crawling has already started, but you are able to do it with the help of our support chat. There is no such option in the dashboard yet. Threads. So here we are putting the number of pages to crawl. Threads. Here you have to set in how many threads you want our crawler to crawl your website. I would like to explain you what it is, the thread. It is not the number of simultaneous like queries to your website. It is more like 5 new visitors will visit your website each second. So this is the parallel. And you understand the capacity of your servers, and you here set either like 2 threads or 5 threads, up to 20 in the dashboard, and you can put even more threads here, but again with the help of support chat. And when we are getting such queries, we are validating it really carefully, so to be sure that you don't want to DDoS anybody. Now let's choose the user agent. What it means, the user agent, there are sometimes situations when there are different content on the website depending if it is the desktop browser or mobile browser. So here you're able to choose which one. And the Jet Octopus bot as a user agent, it's like a neutral bot, and it's also interesting to see what will be the results of it. So here you're able to integrate your Google Search Console. It's not hard. And right now I would like to stop on the advanced settings. So include, exclude URLs. Here you are able to put specific rules for the crawling, either allowing something additional or denying some patterns. For example, you want to crawl your subfolders. For example, you want to crawl your English version of the website. So you just put the subfolder English and it will crawl the English version. Or you want also to crawl your German version. And here you see that it is one line, one rule. So you are putting here all the subfolders you want to crawl and it will crawl them. For example, you want not to crawl your Spanish version. So you just put a deny pattern no Spanish and it will work this way. Or you don't want to also crawl your pagination pages. You put the subfolder for pagination pages and it won't crawl it. You see that it is very easy to work here, one line, one rule, and you don't need to use any regex-p here. So that's really easy here. Custom robots.txt. It is similar to allow denying patterns. It is also the way of crawling settings management. And here you are able to use it in many ways. For example, you want to change your robots.txt file and be sure that you will not close anything extra there. You just put your new robots.txt file here, but remember that it should start with something like user agent is all or user agent is Googlebot. And at the end of the day, the crawler will use this robots.txt file instead of the one which is on your website. Or, for example, you need some extraordinary settings for your crawling and allow denying patterns are not enough for you to do it. So this option will help you to do it. And in case you have such tasks, you will definitely know how to do that. Sitemaps. You can specify your own list of URLs of your sitemaps files. So usually the crawler is searching for the sitemap in a site structure or in a robots.txt file. In case there's no sitemaps or it cannot find it, you just put your sitemap here. Or for example, it is very interesting here, like crawl mode. Let's say there's a default and only sitemap. For example, you've updated your product pages and you want to see the dynamics and the improvements, the results of it, and you don't want to crawl the whole website. For example, there are millions of pages and a lot of trash pages, or you just have the subscription limit and you only want this pure product pages crawl. So here you just put the sitemap with your product pages and it will be crawled only this sitemap and you will get the fresh data for that particular sitemap. HTTP auth. It is HTTP authorization which is usually used by system administrators at test servers. So you can enter your login and password and start crawling your test server or staging if you have before the production, etc. Cookies. By default, crawler doesn't save server's cookies, and Googlebot does the same. So each new query is like a new user which opened the browser in incognito. But there are cases when servers start going down and because of this pressure, and here you have the option to save cookies from server. And crawler will behave similarly to users saving the cookies. Custom request headers. It is more a technical parameter usually needed for system administrators. They need it within anti-parsing system security, and for example they may demand that the header for this crawler should be like xcrawler jo, and or it can be any password for this crawler, and you just put it here, and then the system administrator says that I will not block it and you can crawl it without any problems.